Today I'm actually going to try something a little bit different here. I actually haven't scripted out any of this at all, and that hasn't been how I've approached my videos so far. And I really want to try this new approach because I think it links directly back to the message that I want to talk to you about, which is the fact that we are not meant to be perfect human beings. And that is something that I've had to learn pretty much throughout my young adult life. And especially now, reaching my 30s, I'm having to put that learning into practice. And this came when I decided I wanted to create my own path and get out of the traditional ways of working and being in the world. I wanted to use my creativity as a direct source for not only just providing me financial means, but also to make some sort of impact in the world. And I know that is a big statement, and I am a self-taught artist, so this means that, in a lot of the times when I'm painting, I have an idea of how I want things to be in my head. And I already know the sort of feelings and emotions and things that I want to evoke. But when I start to paint, oftentimes what happens is that the image in front that I see right now in front of me doesn't match what I feel in my heart to be. It's a frustrating thing. It really frustrates me because, I have this idea, and to get to this point where I feel like, as the artist, expressing everything I have to give and knowing that I've done my best, I'm not quite there yet. And I have to really be okay with that. And that's what I'm practicing, is, making art that what I see to be bad sometimes, what I see to be as not good enough sometimes. I stopped painting when I finished college in the UK, which was about 17, 18 years old, when I started university to do a professional degree, which ultimately led me to do the profession that I'm currently in. I stopped creating art, so to speak, and I still sketched, and I drew diagrams and, made little sketches and here and there, and made plans of projects that I was working on, but I wasn't using what I felt like was my full creative potential. So there's a little bit of a gap for me there when it came to painting. But what this leads me to in my journey right now is that I really have to embrace my imperfection, the fact that I am making, sometimes bad, really imperfect art, to get to where I want to be. And for so many people, we give up, and I never ever want us to give up on something that we care about, something that we want to see in the world. Let me tell you this, it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to, try something, not see the results that we think we should be getting, either from the external world or either from ourselves, and not try again. It's really easy to do that. But something that is worthwhile and meaningful in life, like building our relationships, like building a career that we want to have, like being healthy in our minds and bodies and souls. Everybody dreams about having a good body, having an amazing relationship with our loved ones, finding the man and woman of your dreams, or having this amazing career where you are making an impact but also earning lots of money. None of these things come without effort. Even just to find some peace in life is an effort, because we are living in a time where there are a lot of distractions, and it's easy for us to be distracted rather than to stay focused. And we almost have to make an extra effort. Apply that to stay focused, apply that to gain some silence in our lives. What I've learned recently, when I decided I actually wanted to, build my own business. I wanted to make a career out of the paintings, the poetry, the speaking, the writing. When I decided to do that, I had to be okay with making really bad things. I had to be okay with improving along the way, because I knew that if I didn't make a step towards my vision every single day in any way, shape, or form, and if I didn't continue, I am never going to get to where I want to be in life. I'm never going to get to build the life that I want to live if I simply gave up and I decided to follow the easy path, which is the path where it's already lined up for us in society, and stay secure. That is not what I'm aiming for in my life. I don't know about you. If you are trying to build something like me, then it's really a counterintuitive thing in the beginning to practice this act of imperfection. One of the mindset shifts that has really helped me, especially these days, is I just allow myself to get 1% better every single day. And how I applied that is, for example, with these YouTube videos. So I started off by scripting and I record, and it's a really low point of effort for me to not do so many editing because I have the script already and I upload it and I share it. So that's how I'm starting out with this, a very basic level of editing, recording, and speaking. I'm just trying to get a little bit better at continuing every day and to get better at it every day. So the next video that I do, like this one, I am trying not to speak without a script because I want to allow some free form of flow and spontaneity into my interaction with you as well. And for you to not feel like you're always talking to a robot, which I hope you don't feel when you watch my other videos, but you get the point. I want you to see that I'm human and I make mistakes and that it's not always perfect and that it was never meant to be perfect. This next video that I'm going to do, I already told myself I'm going to try to learn how to do one of these things where, when you're watching a video, towards the end, you actually get to click on another video of mine with hopes that you will click on another video of mine and continue watching videos from my own channel. So that's a technical tool that I have to, research and learn and implement. But if I started off with the goal right in the beginning of my first video to say that I'm going to have it all perfect already, that I'm already going to know how to, direct you to future videos, to implement lots of, editing tips and tricks, how to do fancy text or how to make it more visually appealing, whatever it might be that I think you need to stay on and continue to watch these videos, I would have felt really overwhelmed. I would have never started. I might have not even have posted if I tried to implement everything at once. And it's the same that I'm applying to my painting. And with painting, just like, for example, with anything in life, to be honest, even just from YouTube, from uploading to YouTube altogether, I have to stay patient. I have to believe that every single mark that I'm creating, I'm either going to learn something from it, I'm either going to be surprised from it, I'm either going to really hate it. And no matter what the experience is, it's still going to tell me something. It's still going to give me information about how to move forward. And that, my friends, is really the act of practical learning. In the age of information, we can get really happy to consume one information after another. But honestly, I found that I learned the most because I just tried and tested, and I just let things go. I made things and I created things, and then I let them go. I released it out into the world. And then I continued the same thing, but with the learning that I got from the first few iterations that I already done. And trust me, especially in the last 6 months, I feel like I've learned so many things already. I feel like I've grown as a person so much already, because I'm experimenting with myself. I'm experimenting with my creative ability. I am experimenting with my intelligence, using my brain to solve some problems that I have in life, or some technical skills or business skills, whatever it may be, and I'm applying them. So if I had to tell you one thing, actually 2 things from this video, is to embrace your imperfection and still do it anyway, knowing that, what you put out into the world, whether it's a piece of writing, a video, an artwork, an audio file, a presentation, a book, whatever it may be, knowing that that isn't going to be your final thing. In fact, my friends, the final thing doesn't actually even exist, because as humans, we're never satisfied with our lives, because the positive thing here is that we always want to grow, and growth is a great thing. And for growth to happen, it starts with imperfection. And another thing I want to leave you is, if you are the person in the battlefield, going out there, trying things, doing things, know that that's amazing. You're amazing. And just try to be 1% better every single day, and lower your expectations, and be surprised by what you can do. You can do amazing things. And this video, this book, this piece of writing, this piece of artwork is not your final thing. In fact, it's a piece of your whole story. Your whole book, your whole chapter in your life is made out of tiny pages, tiny paragraphs, tiny sentences, tiny phrases, and small little words. And these small little words are your creations that you release every single day. And they will get better. And you will get better. Just like I know and I believe with all of my heart that there will be a point in time when the painting that I create is actually going to match my expectation. But until I get there, I'm just gonna keep going, trying to get 1% better every single day, every single session, every single moment, and not give up. Because, as I mentioned before, it's easy to give up. So do the harder thing, and you'll thank yourself later in your future. So, if you enjoyed this video and you felt like you got something from it, then I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up on the video, and let me know in the comments what stage of your journey are you on right now? What are you struggling with in your path to your own imagined perfection? And I would love to get to know you more.